And, of course, down the stretch there against Anthony Davis, missed 2 critical shots. I thought he was shot hunting early, especially in the third quarter. He missed 3 right out of the break. He was trying to find it there. But he was driving to the basket, dishing, cutting. I thought Steph Curry played a phenomenal basketball game. He just got Lonnie Walkered. The Warriors got Lonnie Walkered.
Yeah, and nobody saw that coming. I'm curious because we have so many conversations about Steph being a point guard. I mean, I think it's not a slight when somebody says he's not, or it's not supposed to be a slight, but we know that Steph can do these things. But I do wonder, Bonte, when you get the PNR and he has these crazy number of assists, I do wonder is it possible that 2 things just can't be true? Whenever Steph does have those crazy assist games, it's because, he's not shooting as well, you know what I mean, and those types of things. So a game like yesterday, the Lakers are going to live with all day long.
It was their pace.
They are.
Low hundreds. Half-court game, that's their pace. Charles Barkley at halftime was talking about the Lakers need to push the pace. Like, no. They need to keep it at this pace.
Yeah.
You don't want to run with the Warriors. They can't run with the Warriors.
They don't want to.
But they've controlled the pace. LeBron James has controlled it. Anthony Davis has controlled it. And they're up 3-1 right now. They are up 3-1. Let's get to the lines here, Alan. Let's go to Tim in Raleigh, North Carolina. Tim, what's happening? You're on the roast.
What's up, guys? Good morning, man. Hey, look, I just want to kind of, I think it's all really hypocritical of the team, man. And we started in a place we started from a bad place. I mean, Klay Thompson has been defiant and playing angry all season long for whatever reason. We got Draymond Green been all about himself, literally the guy who called KD the B word for not being committed to this team has shown non-commitment to this team this entire year. And that's coming off of punching a guy in the face, right? And we talk about this speech. Do you know how Curry and these guys, how Poole is probably looking at these guys when these speeches are happening? They probably want to know, like, where was this when homeboy smacked me in my face? Where was this passionate speech when I got embarrassed in front of the whole world? Like, and it's just all hypocritical. Like, listen to what you just said, Bonte, about Draymond going to the papers and saying how he got his voice back. We gloss over that. But then Jonathan Kuminga has just a conversation with C.J. Holmes. Doesn't say anything negative. Just talks about how he's persevering through some stuff and the sun is going to come out staying positive. And we make it seem like that was negative. So, listen, it has been broken from the beginning. It's been all hypocritical from the beginning. Not only did the team lose Jordan Poole with the punch, they lost Baldwin. They lost Moody to an extent. They lost Kuminga. They lost Wiseman. When I say lost them, you got young guys that just witnessed something they've never seen before. A lot of us have never seen it before, let alone 20-year-olds that see the OG who they looked up probably from the time they were 12 years old winning championships, just smack one of their peers in the face and drop them. And then now we want to say you need to be up on the bench cheering and doing this and doing that. And we keep saying how, Kuminga isn't doing like what Moody does. Bonte, I told you last week, man, this guy was playing nonstop.
I know.
And then when the playoffs start, we go straight DNP.
Yeah.
Moses Moody was having to be ready the entire year.
Right.
He was already prepped and ready to stay ready. It is not the same as when you get demoted out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's a great
point, how can we even compare to treating those guys the same? So, guys, it's been hypocritical. It's been broken from the beginning. And we can't look at these guys and say, now you need to be standing up on the bench, rah, 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 rah. We got Klay Thompson, who has played angry the entire year. For what reason?
No idea.
These guys don't even want these young guys on the team. They don't even want them. What does Steve Kerr always say? It's a democracy. We do things together. I get the input from these guys. Well, you know what? Curry don't want Kuminga on the floor. Curry don't want Poole on the floor because he goes to those guys about everything. What happened last year when they wanted Looney back in the lineup? Looney was on the floor. So you know what? They're going to get what they deserve, and whether that means they win it, they win it. If they don't, they don't. Karma is real, guys. And we know this thing.
Tim, how do you think this series ends up? Do the Warriors come back and rally and force at least a Game 7?
What I feel they're gonna. It's all gonna come to Game 6. I definitely think they can do their thing Wednesday. I really do. I think it's Wednesday when they play. It comes down to Game 6. We know these boys got it in them. Right. We know it. But everything is piecemeal, Bonte. It's all piecemeal. It's no consistency. It's no structure. It's all piecemeal. It's every game is survival. We never were that way, and it all goes back to the beginning of the year. Look, Bonte, we panicked at 3-7. The Lakers started 2-10 and they didn't panic.
Yep.
All they did was make some trades at the deadline. We didn't have to panic. We played Lamb and Jerome all year just to not have them now, when we should have been playing the other ones all year so that they're ready right now, Vontae. No. It was broken from the beginning, brother. Well, I mean, it just was.
Hey, Tim, hell of a call there. I feel your passion. We're not in the offseason yet, but, boy, we are so close to an offseason that's going to carry this station for a long, long time.
Yeah.
It could shape the next 5 years of the Golden State Warriors. Now, the Jonathan Kuminga situation, it is disheartening. See, from February 1st, Allen, through the end of the regular season, Jonathan Kuminga was playing 23 minutes a game. He was giving you over 10 points. He's shooting over 45 from three. He's shooting 50% from the floor. He's actually giving you really good, productive minutes and coming into his own. The longer he played, the better he got. So to go from 23 minutes from February 1st through the end of the regular season to not even playing in the playoffs.
Right.
I didn't like it when he went to the Chronicle because it was coming off of Steph Curry's speech. Game 7. Check your egos. Don't get on the bus unless you check your ego. It's hard when you're 20. I get it. But he has been jerked around. Mm-hmm. He has been jerked around. That's a guy who should have been playing. And now, if they do bow out in Game 5 or Game 6 or Game 7, we're going to look back at the season and say, it was a failed experiment.
It was.
Wiseman's gone. Kuminga, did you really develop him? Do we even know what type of player he is? Do we know what type of player Moses Moody is? Mm-hmm. So, I see Tyler Miller saying, man, it's a funeral today. Well, we just lost a heartbreaking damn Game 4. So, I'm sick to my stomach. Yeah. Now, is the season over? No. But how? That game just happened. I got home at 11:30. I was depressed.
Yeah.
I'm still depressed. I went to sleep, woke up, said, damn, wait, it wasn't a dream. They lost Game 4. They're now 3-1 to the LA Lakers. Now 3-1. It tricked off another game they had, so of course there's going to be some funeral vibes. They just lost Game 4 in that fashion. Yeah. The hell, you want us to be happy? Want us to be, hey, go Warriors, go. They're going to come back and rally. Hell nah, not today. Today ain't the day, Tyler. It ain't the day, man. Not today, man. It ain't the day. They lost last night, tricked the game off, and now all of a sudden we got to look at Game 5 and rally the troops. How the hell am I supposed to rally Jordan Poole? How am I supposed to get JK ready to go? Huh? How? They didn't even play yesterday. And it's been a failed experiment. And that was a microcosm of the season. The Lakers looked connected. The Warriors didn't.
Yeah. And
please come on these airwaves and say the Warriors have been connected all year because they haven't.
No, not even close. Not even close. And in terms of Jonathan Kuminga, here's the issue. Oh, well, man, you should have seen, because I did a show with JD. I love JD. Hey, he got in there against the Kings, looked unplayable. We had to get him out of there. There is nothing. I don't think there is nothing that Jonathan Kuminga has done that Jordan Poole hasn't done, and Jordan Poole continues to just get run out there until last night. So it can't be, and I get it, you need the offense and you're hoping he gets going, but well, what about Jonathan Kuminga? And what about getting him going? You have this long leash for Jordan Poole and the tiniest leash ever for Jonathan Kuminga when you have an older team. Wow, I wish we had some young thoroughbreds that could run around. Well, you do, but you're sitting them on the bench, and I get it. And we trust Steve Kerr, and we understand that he knows basketball more than any of us, but sometimes it just doesn't make very much sense because, well, why does Jordan Poole keep getting to run out there so he can turn the ball over and act like Michael Jackson, moonwalking and doing the Usher slide and slipping all over the place, and Jonathan Kuminga can't even see the floor?
Nah, it's
can't
wild.
even see the floor.
Can't get a sniff. And then, again, when we talk about 3-7 start, and we talk about some of the inconsistencies of the season, I said this during the 3-7 start when they went 0-5 on that road trip. Down the stretch at Orlando, down the stretch in Miami, down the stretch at Charlotte. Who was on the floor? The veterans. Who was on the floor last night? Your 4 veterans and Moses Moody. And they didn't get it done. They haven't got it done for most of the season. Could have used some bench help? No doubt. But you didn't get it. And I said this yesterday, Alan. Comes out to your dudes at the end of the day. Steph Curry showed up. Steph Curry put this team on his back. But Clay? Again, I'll say this every single hour. And I know Clay, he listens to everything, he reads everything, and I love Klay Thompson. I really do. I really love Clay. That shot he took, at the end of the game in front of Steve Kerr was the worst three-point shot I've ever seen him take in his life. It was a terrible shot. It was awful. It was not needed. It was over 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Klay Thompson did not show up when you needed him to show up. 3-4-11, only 11 FGAs. That's not enough for Klay Thompson. Draymond Green was okay. It was okay. 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 8 rebounds, but you circled to 5 turnovers, including the one at the end of the game. And the hammer set that everybody was breaking down at the end of the day. Schroeder played good defense. Draymond Green just lay it up. Just did a Schroeder. He ain't blocking your shot.
Yeah.
Your 2 dudes, 2 of the 3 dudes, did not show up. 5 turnovers for Draymond Green. So, if they don't show up, they got no shot in this series. And then, as you just said, how can we count on Kuminga and Poole at this point? You can't. You can't.
No.
Now let me read this Jordan Poole quote, because I'll let you get it here, Allen. He said after the game, he's talking to Tim Kawakami, he's in a small group of beat writers. We've got another game in a couple days. It's at home, so we should get that one done. Can anything change for you in this series? Poole said, work ethic doesn't change, routine doesn't change. Maybe opportunity changes, but you can only control what you can control. We've got another game in a couple days at home.
So that's what semi-broke the internet yesterday, the Warriors' Twitter yesterday. But I got to be honest with you, Bonte. Looking at the actual quotes, it didn't really bug me. It didn't bug me that much.
How's he supposed to feel?
Right. He's not
scored
saying
nothing.
Yeah, he's not saying he deserved. He said, hey, he went on. He said, my shot is broke, basically. If I knew why it was broke, I would fix it. Opportunities change, and opportunities changing. Why? Because of what he just said. His shot is broke. So Everybody was saying, wow, yeah, he's got to be more humble. I guess he could say, I'm playing like garbage right now. But this is what I said earlier, Bonte. I don't want to hear anybody say that about Jordan Poole when Jordan Poole said, I'm working on things. I'm trying to get their opportunity changes. Meanwhile, you got Klay Thompson. Yeah, I guess I could have taken a different shot. I probably didn't need to. You've never asked, and I know Klay has done much more for the organization than Jordan Poole, but if we're keeping things even, just like Tim said, we continue to give other guys different leashes. That's why these dynamics are off. If Klay can sit up there taking some of the worst 2 shots we've seen and just kind of say, I'm Klay Thompson, I'm going to get on my boat and hang out with my dog and it's all goody, then I'm not going to get on Jordan Poole for saying something that really wasn't that crazy to me.
No, it wasn't that crazy. But he talked about opportunity.
And he's had plenty of it. Don't get me wrong.
Don't. That's the problem that I have. Maybe it's opportunity. I get it, but in the playoffs, you got to have shorter leashes. You don't have time to mess around. You don't have time to fall behind by 15. You just don't. Here's the quick 3 of Klay Thompson.
Curry gets James, ball to Thompson. Thompson forced up a 3. No good. Not a good shot. Rebound Schroeder. And Steve Kerr can't believe it.
Yeah, that was quick. Hey, let me play it one more time. Listen to Tom Tober's wow.
Curry gets James, ball to Thompson. Thompson forced up a 3.
Wow.
No good. Not a good shot. Rebound Schroeder. And Steve Kerr can't believe it.
Yeah, that was quick. That was a brutal shot.